Hello, this is Joe Hoyle at the University of Richmond, and I'm here to talk today about Perpetual FIFO. And just so you know, it's getting ready to rain here in Richmond, and you might hear some thunder in the background as I talk. This is a Perpetual FIFO system. They're using FIFO as their cost flow assumption and using Perpetual to maintain a record of the inventory and cost of goods sold. This is a very typical problem. I simply want to show you how I would do this if I were the one doing it. We'll start as always by reading the problem. Take notes on what you think are important. A company starts the year with 100 units of inventory costing $9 each, $900. Then 900 units are bought for $11 each, that's $9,900. You notice that there's a little bit of inflation going on here. The company sells 800 units, which leaves 200 units. In a perpetual system, you always want to keep things listed chronologically because that's how you're going to record them. Next, another 200 units are bought for $14 each, and that's $2,800. Finally, 300 units are sold, leaving 100 units in ending inventory. Nothing at all in this problem is unusual. They have some, they buy some, they sell some, they buy some more, and they sell some more, and they're left with 100 units. If the company uses Perpetual FIFO, what is reported as ending inventory and what is determined as cost of goods sold? The basic Perpetual FIFO problem. If you can do this, you should be able to do any of these basic problems. I always like to set this up in some kind of formal way. If it's a perpetual system, inventory acquired, I put in the first column. Inventory on hand, and you can see they start off with 100 units at $9 a piece, 900. That's given to you in the problem. In the final column is cost of goods sold. They haven't sold anything yet, so they have no cost of goods sold. And you can just imagine that if this was a computerized system, which it probably would be, they'd have software that would set this up in this way. So they're going to keep up with what they bought, they're going to keep up with what they've got, and they're going to keep up with what they have sold. Fairly straightforward information. Now, the next thing that happens is you can see they buy 900 units, as we said, for $11 a piece. That's $9,900. What do they have then? They had the original 100 at $9 a piece, and now they have added 900 more at $11 a piece. And you could add that up if you wished to know exactly what they have on hand. To me, there's nothing at all odd or unusual about that. They had 100 units. They bought 900 more in the case. Now, the important thing comes in the next slide. They're going to sell 800 units. And in any FIFO or perpetual system, the question is, which 800 did they sell? And the answer is they don't know. That's why they're going to make an assumption. And that assumption is going to be that the first ones in are the first ones out. So since they sell 800, and this is FIFO, they're going to peel them off, which is what I say in class, from top to bottom. They're going to sell, they think, the 100 at 9 and then sell some of the next batch in this case. So let's see. Sure enough, they sell 800 units. It is FIFO. So what did they move from inventory to cost of goods sold? Because it's FIFO, they moved the 100 at 9 from inventory to cost of goods sold. But they sold 800. So they have to take 700 from this batch of 900 and move that to cost of goods sold. That's it. That really is all Perpetual FIFO is about. That movement right there. When they sell the 800, they take 100 at 9 and move that. They take 700 of the next group and move that. And of course, what does that leave them then? Well, since they took 700 out of this 900, they're left with 211. If you want to know how much inventory they have on hand, the little purple numbers here represent the inventory on hand. If you want to know cost of goods sold for this batch, the 100 at 9 and the 700 at 11. I'll say again what I've already said. They really don't know which ones they sold. That's not important. They're simply making an assumption, but they're going to make that assumption consistently. What happens next chronologically? Well, they buy some more, and it says that they buy 200 more at 14. So if you buy 200 more, they had 211. We bought 200 more at 14, so we have the 211 and the 200 at 14. They're just adding some more inventory. And I don't think there's anything there that's tricky or difficult. They had 211. They bought 200 at 14, so they have 211 and 200 at 14. And we only have one more thing to do and we're finished. And that is they're going to sell 300 more units. Again, that's always the key in a perpetual system. Which 300? It's FIFO. So I'm betting it's going to be these 200 at 11 and 100 of these at 14 because that's a FIFO. They start with the first ones and go down from there. So let's see if I'm right. Sure enough, they sold 300 at 300. 200 at 11 go to cost of goods sold. 100 of the ones at 14 go to cost of goods sold. And that leaves 100 at 14. That is perpetual FIFO. There's no reason you can't do that. Now we have one more thing I want to do is I want to show you what actually is reported. This is how their computer would keep this information. But at the end of the year, they get ready to make financial statements. So what they do is they come down through here, and the number at the end in the inventory column is what goes on the balance sheet, $1,400. And then the total, it's the ending number for inventory, it's the total for cost of goods sold. So they sold this bunch first, and then they sold this group second, and that gives you a total cost of $12,200. That's cost of goods sold. That's on the income statement. Look at this video a couple of times. If you can do this, then my guess is you can do perpetual FIFO. My name is Joe Hoyle. We're practicing on inventory and cost of goods sold. Why? Because we want you to learn this material and we want you to make an A. Have a great day.